You're live. Okay.
Hi guys!
Hello.
Bit random.
Yeah,
Here's
random live
me,
stream.
my boyfriend and my dog. My guide dog. We thought we'd do a live stream today because I love live streams. Ollie loves live streams.
Indeed.
And we thought...
I think Olga likes them as well.
Olga ate a really disgusting thing when I was in the pub today with my mates. And I was in the disabled toilet and I just smelt this thing.
Amy says hi.
And I don't know what it was. Hi!
Hello.
And now her breath smells of it, and we did breath spray and everything. Olga's gone now. What are you doing?
Just adjusting my position so I can hold the camera better.
Are you putting the camera at my chin?
No, I'm pointing it at us.
We're on the sofa, guys. Chilled. Oh, look.
It's the gross duck toy.
Yeah, you saw this last week. Anyway, right, I'm going off topic. Is there anyone else here? Hi,
yes,
guys.
there's 8 people.
Woo, hi. We're talking about relationship advice. I was actually just talking about Olga's smelly breath, how she ate something in a disabled toilet that we were in, and we've tried to breath spray her and we can't.
Hazel says hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I'm laughing because Olga's on our knees. So, yeah, we wanted to do a live stream on relationship advice. Yeah. And you're like, I don't know what to say. Yeah, Ollie doesn't really when we get rolling. Yeah, when we get rolling. So yeah, I wanted to touch on a few things, and it might be quite heavy for the start, but I thought let's go for it because I've been thinking about this for quite a while, and that is that you shouldn't necessarily accept someone being slightly obnoxious, or do you know what I mean? If you are starting to date someone or starting a friendship with someone,
yeah,
they, especially if you have a disability, they can be a bit not knowing about your disability, but I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're trying.
You know,
you gotta come on with it a bit.
God, guys, you can tell I've had 7 days straight working. Anyway,
got a bunch of people saying hello again.
Hi guys, we're getting this live stream is starting off with a shambles. You can tell that I've got a tired brain.
Yeah.
I'm talking about relationships, right? And me and Ollie have been through a lot in our relationship. We've been together 5 years.
And we've been through blindness.
We've been through blindness. We've been through moving to London, which has been so stressful. Getting a dog. Yeah. We're not having kids for 10 years. No. We're not dealing with that.
The dog's bad enough.
So what I was starting to say at the start of this live stream before I was in a tired trance is that I have never really been with someone completely seriously other than my ex, which if you didn't see that video I'll probably link it down below. Not properly anyway. Me and Ollie are our first proper serious relationship, aren't we?
Yeah,
and I think
the full-on long
and I think when people come to me and they say, this person's been obnoxious or they don't get me, and what I'm trying to say is that don't accept second best. And it's really hard when you're first going out with someone to know what your boundaries are and to know, how the feeling of another person, but you do find it, don't you?
Yeah.
You do mould together.
Yeah, you know exactly what each other sort of are thinking and where not to go and what to do, when certain situations arise.
Yeah.
Our little McDonald's incident the other day.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. Ollie was really great in this situation. Guys, if you do have a significant other and you do have a disability, this is when, when Ollie was younger, he wouldn't necessarily stick up for me, but I wouldn't necessarily stick up for myself, so we were both naive in that sense. But now I think basically we were in McDonald's Oxford Street, me and Ollie. I think I was getting a Diet Coke and you get some chips because we were hungry. And sorry, that's the dog.
That's the dog. We got a load of people saying hi, by the way.
Hi.
And quite a few people are noticing that I've got a haircut.
Love it. Yeah, he does. what was I going to say? Yeah, so we went into McDonald's Oxford Street, and a guy, grumpy guy, stopped us walking in with a clipboard because of the dog.
Yeah,
And
an iPad actually.
oh, an iPad. Oh yeah, it wasn't a clipboard. I'm 21st century, Lucy. Gosh. And Ollie was literally like, "Mate, it's on your sign. It's a guide dog." And I think I've told you guys about so many discrimination stories, and I haven't settled this thing with McDonald's. But the point of that is that Ollie is always there to stand up for me, and I think that's really important in a relationship, isn't it?
Especially when you've got something as serious as blindness or
or even
a disability where people like sort of like make an issue out of it.
Yeah.
A visible disability.
Yeah.
As such, in a way.
Even
like,
a mental health condition though, anyone.
Yeah.
If they're your partner, they need to completely understand.
Definitely. But I'm meaning like, as in like, when you go to a restaurant and someone goes, "Oh yeah, we can't go down the stairs because health and safety."
And I think me and you were taken aback by that at the start, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. So, is there anyone asking cues?
Someone's asking if you've got LinkedIn. Okay. And then
I'm not going to answer that on here because I don't necessarily want. I don't know.
Well,
I guess yeah. I guess I do, but
I don't know. Anyway, continuing on, we've got quite a few makeup people. Someone's asking if you can subscribe to their channel.
Woo! Yeah, I totally will. I'll scroll back. Can you scroll back through live streams?
Not on this format.
I will try and find your comment. If not, comment on my other stuff, and I definitely will.
But yeah, apart from that, loads of people saying hi.
Yeah, cool. So, relationships. Ours has been rocky at times, I guess. Is that what you could say?
It's not been rocky in the traditional sense. It's been more like dealing with the extremities.
Dealing with stresses, dealing the extremities of life. Like, I wouldn't say, if me and Ollie were left alone and minus blindness and depression and stuff, like, we are so compatible, aren't we?
Indeed.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I'm just going to grab a charger.
We wouldn't necessarily know at 16 that we were perfect for each other, but it just sort of happened, didn't it all?
Yeah,
it's like,
worked out well.
And I think that's rare, because a lot of people in my life especially say, "Oh yeah, you met at 16 and all, it won't last." And yeah, it's kind of like inevitable maybe not to last because you guys you're not necessarily formed at 16 or 17.
Yeah, you're still growing as a person.
Yeah.
Like my music taste just completely changed.
Yeah. I think me and Ollie have definitely grown as people, but I think also we've grown together in such a special way. It sounds really pukey, all this doesn't it?
It sounds very, very
special
very
way.
nice.
But like, I love Ollie's moving me towards the charger. Are you gonna? Okay.
I've got to make sure they don't die.
Okay. Oh my god, I always think of the Bee Gees.
The Bee Gees?
Yeah, you know when you like.
Oh, Staying Alive.
Yeah, Staying Alive, the CPR thing.
Yes.
Don't die, guys. Not that I have to give a phone CPR. I talk crap sometimes, don't I?
Like, you've had a long day. You've been tired as anything.
Yeah. Here you go, Orville.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, Ollie's had a haircut. Shall I let it go?
Yeah, you can let it go. Yeah, really nice barbers.
Yeah. Has anyone asked any cues?
I think there are a few questions, like, if you, like, when I was grabbing the charger, but I didn't see them because I was grabbing the charger. So, if you're still watching, people, could you repost them so I can see them?
Well, why can't you see them now?
Because it's
You can scroll down, can't you?
Ooh, and also, do you ever get annoyed if one of you has a more busy schedule?
Yeah. So, I don't get annoyed unless we've planned it in advance.
Yeah.
Do you? That's kind of the same with you. Like, if we don't text and communicate, I know everyone says this and it's a cliche, but like, communication is so key in a relationship.
Super, super key.
And I get really annoyed if Ol doesn't tell me. And same with you, really.
Yeah.
If we don't
well,
tell
the
each
same
other.
with anyone. Like.
Yeah. I know, but if we don't tell each other about plans.
Someone's putting the lyrics to Despacito.
Despacito. What
and
is
then
that?
put Who Loves Despacito.
Me.
It is a good song.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Ollie were listening to Taylor Swift this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just went through all the new stuff. There's actually quite a few songs I need to show you.
You're so funny. Anyway, yeah, so to answer that, yeah, I think we do have arguments, healthy arguments about...
Yeah, just about things that... Ooh, Lucy, can I please ask you to give me some advice because I want to start a blog for people with sight loss in Manchester. And also, if you were to begin dating as a blind woman, how would you go about it at social events? How would you manage a date, eating, whatever makes me self-conscious?
Right, okay.
I think you've got a video on that from when you
have,
first started.
I have a video on eating out. Do I have a video on eating out?
Yes.
And dating? Sorry, we did it so long ago. We definitely need to update.
You stuck your face in ice cream, I remember that.
Stuck my face in ice cream. That was
called,
funny.
Like, first dates.
Anyway, we're filming a lot this weekend, guys, so watch this space.
Finally got Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Oh my god, after 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks of that Wi-Fi. But let's answer that lovely person's question. One, I think it's great that you're starting a blog for Sight Lost. Get all those blindies on the interwebs. Where Indeed. Are you pointing now?
I'm directly in front of you.
Okay, that's cool. I was like, has he moved?
This person's wanting you to read the comment and sub to your channel. We've addressed that above. We'll have a look at your channel.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
You sounded really annoyed. That's not annoying.
No, they've posted about 20 times.
Oh, that's all right. We'll sub.
We'll definitely sub.
Yeah,
we'll have a look.
Right. Anyway, so advice on dating, first dates with a blind person. So, one, I definitely know the place that you're going to and you've done a mobility route with your dog or your cane, because I think that really does decrease any anxiety. And also I think even with me and Ollie right now, like, we love places maybe quieter so I can hear you. It's very loud. Oh, I'll hold that. That's the actor fry, isn't it?
Yes.
Sorry, that's our
yeah, we went to Pizza Express.
Yeah, we went to Pizza Express and we really love like quieter things.
Off the
beaten track.
Well, not necessarily. It was still in the centre of London.
Yeah, still. It was like a Sunday night. So, yeah, think about times where it's not so busy. Think about reading the menu beforehand. Think about telling the person who you're going to date. Maybe just a few light things. Even if you don't really want to. But also, what I would do is step out the restaurant beforehand, know it, so you know how to get to the loo and everything. Maybe go a couple of times with your sister, your brother, your mum, your dad.
Yeah, just be familiar so you don't sort of make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, well, even if you didn't make a fool, even if you did make a fool of yourself, how I was saying,
yeah, well, hopefully you'd be with someone who's decent enough.
I was trying to say that. Is there any clues? Or
yes, someone's asking what we're having for dinner. We're having Singapore noodles.
Stir fry, yeah. It's like this paste thing that we mix with soy sauce and then loads of veggies and noodles.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Oh, do you get anxious? I have panic attacks and incredibly anxious, so I hate leaving the house. Also blindy. That's Grace Marsh.
Oh, hi Grace. That's a familiar name. I did actually have a panic attack yesterday, I want to say. Just because when plans changed and it's to do with my mobility, I get really, really anxious. It's no one's fault because some people can't control, you know, like say an access worker or something, if they don't get to me on time or if they change their plans at the last minute, it's not necessarily their fault, so I never like to beat them up about it, but it does cause me to have a panic attack because I'm so anxious about my mobility, aren't I? It's just one thing that I have to get over, especially in a new city. I've only started work like last week and I just, yeah, every time plans change or something, I have a panic attack. But the thing is that I've always got to think there is another solution to that. I did today, I went out with some new work friends and I let my access worker go home and I got in a taxi on my own. So I was so happy because I was in London with new people, but the new people were so lovely. I can tell we're going to be really great friends.
Yeah, and you're independent.
I was independent and got home, and then the taxi driver got me to my door. So all you have to do is ask. But obviously that isn't going to always stop panic attacks because I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I've developed like panic attacks through my blindness. I didn't have them beforehand, did I?
No, like I don't think you ever had any form of anxiety before you became blind.
Yeah, but I remember actually this one time when me and Ollie were on a train and Ollie couldn't come in the loo with me for whatever reason. I think it was because it was a small one.
It was a
wasn't
small
it?
one. Yeah, I couldn't guide you to
And you can
place everything.
He guided me to it, but like I just didn't know where the toilet roll was because we're in such a hurry for whatever reason. That Ol said he thinks it's to the left a bit. But you know these like train carriages, not the disabled ones, and I was just in there like having a panic attack on the toilet, and Ollie couldn't do anything about it, bless him, but like sit there, and I found the toilet roll eventually, but it's just these little situations that you get yourself in. You always have to plan when you're blind, and I think it's really, really hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not really to do. That's like a situation where we're together. We're always together.
We are together most of the time.
Together forever.
That was cringely. That was cringe.
We are though. Is there
Apart
any
from when we're at work, we are with each other like
Yeah,
most of the time.
24/7. Is there any more cues
Oh,
about
Grace
me and you?
Marsh, she's just responding. She's. I also didn't have panic attacks pre-blindness. They're terrible at the minute. Also, yes, training toilets are awful. My blind friends and I have many disasters as we get disorientated.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Someone's asking. It's the same person who keeps on asking to subscribe, but they're asking, why can't you do the live videos if you have voiceover? To be fair, we haven't tried it.
No, I have. Well, I tried to do video with voiceover. I've never tried live because I don't want to mess it up. I kind of like one, I can't really point it in my face. I probably should, but like I can never read the comments. I guess they do. Do they read? Do they read with voiceover?
I don't know.
Anyway, to be honest, I like doing it with Ollie. I find it really accessible. I find the live streams have a little bit of a different dimension to them, and I just love doing things with Ollie. It's better than voiceover.
Yeah,
I think it's
it
just...
works out well. Also,
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of comments, aren't there? So
Yeah, so it'd
sort
read
of like
and
picking and choosing.
The thing is, actually, that is one reason. Like when I get text messages, say from Ol or from my sister Al, they
prefer
send
them to be sent as
Yeah, I
one?
prefer them to be sent as one because if they send loads at once. It reads the message, but then it says
also reads
Ollie
the
is
time.
typing. No, it also says Ollie is typing at
Does
the
it?
same time.
Oh.
Yeah, so like if you send and then you start typing again for the next one, it says Ollie is typing. So I think that's what's going to happen with this because
Yeah.
it will just read and then then as soon as another one comes, it will read it,
Yeah,
and then
it'll
I'll just be like,
override
I won't be able to read. That's
Yeah, it's hard enough
that's
to
a
type.
proper reason why as well. Forgot about that one. Anything else?
There's that
About-
person about who was setting up the thing for Manchester. They're asking about advice. Ooh, someone's asking about advice on cheating.
Oh,
Dum, 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 dum,
yeah.
dum, dum,
Okay, advice on cheating. Wow, that's a broad topic, but me and Ollie, our rules on it as just a couple are if you're holding hands with another person, we think you need a reason. Like, if they're your best friend, we trust each other too much. So it's like, if
Yeah.
I was holding holding hands with like my best friend Joe or Dave or Jack,
Yeah.
or like they kissed me on the cheek because I was genuinely crying or something,
Mm.
Ollie would be like, "You're best friends." It's
Yeah.
so platonic. Same with Ollie if you had one really close girlfriend, but you don't really, do you?
No.
Oh, you do, Fern.
Someone's asking for a mother and son.
What?
What? No.
Do I look really old?
No.
Anyway, yeah, so it's your cut, Ollie. You look really young.
Cheeky bugger. Emily Davidson. Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Hello.
What was I saying?
Talking about
completely
cheating, holding hands with your best
Yeah,
friends.
so because me and Ollie like have so much trust, we don't check each other's phones. Like, you know, we're just not like that. But we sort of have a rule, like if like it's a well-established friendship, like completely and totally, and you're upset or you just do hold hands. And plus with my guiding as well, like Joe and Jack and Dave and everyone just grab my hand, don't they?
Yeah.
So we don't care about that. But if it's like holding hands with like a new person that you just wouldn't hold hands with and it doesn't make sense to,
Yeah.
then you kind of like, what? So that's the first cheating thing that we're just like, no. And if me and Ollie ever kissed someone that was just on the lips and on purpose, we'd be like, bye,
Yeah.
wouldn't we? I think we're very matter of fact about that. Some people aren't as matter of fact as us, but
Indeed, but like
we've
we have
been
to have a
together
lot
for-
of trust in each other, don't we?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're meeting new people all the time. We don't care, do we?
Indeed.
We have that fundamental trust in each other, and we don't really care what each other does because we know we love each other. But yeah, I think cheating is unacceptable.
Indeed.
And
it's been 20 minutes.
I don't necessarily think that someone can't change, but it's kind of, I don't know. It depends also on what circumstances cheating. Like, if you are really, really, really low and you have told someone beforehand that you're not into the relationship or whatever, then it's not cheating, is it?
Yeah.
There's different types that it depends what you deem as cheating as well, because you don't act in your right mind when you're really low and depressed, do you?
No, but
if it's just straight on cheating on someone, like, I was drunk, I never accept I was drunk as an excuse. I just don't. I'm too black and white. Yeah, is there any more cues?
Grace Marsh is just letting us know that there's lots of things online about screen reading technology from people who've been blind all their life, who found ways to deal with all these like masses of messages.
Oh, okay.
And then any tricks for getting your thoughts to a good place when struggling with depression?
Yeah, and then we'll talk about it in a relationship as well. So
yeah, and just letting you know that it's 20 minutes, so it's 8 o'clock.
That's fine.
Cool.
Fern, I love you. If you know I'm live, I will be on a call soon. Fern, my busy. Me and Ollie have 2 Ferns in our life. My busy and then Ollie's busy. Anyway, depression.
Indeed.
I struggled with it a lot. I went on 2 loads of antidepressants. I was very snappy towards Ollie. It was one of the low bits of our relationship, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a struggle.
Yeah, it was definitely a struggle for you. And for me, because I was lost of any feeling. I only had feeling. I knew that I loved Ollie, but I had I was numb. And it's so hard to describe that to someone who has never necessarily felt that way, but you got it, didn't you?
Mm.
Like, I've always 110% loved you, no matter what, but...
Indeed.
Like, when you're depressed, you have this, like...
Well, you have this feeling of, like, wanting to, like, sort of push everyone away a bit.
Yeah, and, like, you just feel... There's a layer of you, because you don't have as much serotonin, that is gone and that's numb, isn't it? There was a part of my emotion that was gone. You
sort of went flat.
Yeah.
Like, depression doesn't necessarily... It doesn't make you miserable. Like, you don't act like you're in tears all the time. You sort of...
You just have no emotion. It's just flat.
Like, you don't have motivation to do anything.
Yeah.
You don't want to, like, go out. You don't want to walk the dog. You don't want to, like, go learn drawers.
So if you can imagine, it's like, in Ollie's perspective, it's kind of like you had a shell of me.
Mm.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, and because I wasn't around all the time, because I was at uni and things, it was even harder.
Yeah. I think when we were together, it was better, wasn't it?
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
But quick question, nothing to do with what you're on about, but need to know what that beep thing in...
The background was?
Boccia for blind people to know where the ball is.
The beep?
Beep thing in BOCCIA for blind people to know where the ball is. Is she talking about goal ball?
Yeah, I thought that goal ball. Goal ball, if you guys didn't know, is a topic. What am I on? Seriously, 3, 2, 1. Oh, goal ball, blind sport. You wear a blindfold. You have 7 people on a team, and it's got like a bell in the ball, hasn't it? And then they chuck it from court. Goal to goal. Anyway, don't really know much about it. I think that's that. What were we talking about? Depression.
Yeah, depression, relationship, me being at uni, you being a hollow shell of yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, the advice that we need to give is how do you sort of get out of those low spots.
Yeah, and I think you have to do it. It's really tough. But
yeah,
I had a counsellor who I always recommend this to my friends, that I had a counsellor that didn't just... There's 2 types of counselling, and I can't remember the exact names, but there's one counselling where your counsellor does the session for you and gives it a massive structure and says, we're talking about this now, we're talking about that now. And I wouldn't have found that useful. I had a counsellor called Claire. She was amazing. I never used to want to go to counselling lessons when I was depressed. And I think that's a good sign, because she used to make me talk, and only like she used to probe me as well, like pull the information out.
You didn't
of
want
me.
to particularly talk about it,
and I didn't want to talk about it. No way. But it was great because she did that for me. And I don't think any other type would have worked, because I needed to work through my feelings about blindness, because she wasn't gonna tell me how rubbish it was to be blind, because she is sighted and has a different life to me. But she was there to listen and be the neutral person in my life that I needed to sort it out. Someone distant from my life, you know, someone that I'd never met before, really, who just was a person just listened to me.
Yeah.
And I came up with all sorts of strategies, didn't I?
Yeah, you worked it out quite, like, started working out ways, like, if you got into, like, a real angry state, you'd just go into a different room and sort of calm yourself down.
Yeah.
And, like, you went to counselling, as you said.
And
like, you started exercising. Running was a big one.
Running is my saviour. I need to get back into it, but to be honest, I really miss Steve.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we've only been here 2 weeks.
Yeah, we need to go around Regent's Park, and then when I go home, me and Ol and Steve need to go on more runs. But any more cues?
Do you like audio description on
Yes
TVs
and no. Sometimes I go, turn the TV off. Oh my god, it's so obnoxious. So I or Ollie turns the TV off. Don't I?
Yeah, as soon as you get tired, which can be
when
very
I've
early.
got like ear overload, which
Yeah.
after being at work all day, I only can take about an hour off the telly.
And then you just like...
And then I'm zonk. I just...
Yeah.
All of my senses are just gone then. What else was I going to say?
I don't know. You were
What
saying...
was that? What was the question? I'm
about
so
audio
tired.
description.
Yeah, audio description. We do like it, don't we? Like on Netflix
Yeah,
documentaries.
Netflix is... Like
Did we
some
did we
audio
watch
description...
The Crown?
Yeah, we watched The Crown.
Was
We've
that
watched
Netflix
Yeah, that was
description?
Netflix. We've watched quite a lot of Netflix things. Stranger Things was fantastic.
Audio description on Stranger Things, yeah. It's amazing.
And then, yeah, someone's just asked if you're completely blind. Yes, you are. And then they asked if you can describe the situation, which I think we've got quite a few videos on if you look into the
Describe
back
the
catalogue.
situation.
As in, like, of your site, like, how it is. I think, yeah, we've got quite a few
but
videos.
I will quickly say, I am completely blind in my right eye, and my left eye, if you think of it like a pie, 3/4 of it is completely black. The last quarter, like right in the corner, I can see blurry blobs. A Quality Street black wrapper is like cascading all around, and there's no real colour in it anymore. So yeah, basically I just have light perception and blurry blobs. So yeah, almost total blindness.
Yeah.
Was that short and concise?
That
Any
was
more
very short and
cues?
concise. That's probably... this person doesn't like it because it talks over the songs and music.
Yeah, it does do that. On my iPhone, sometimes it does that.
Yeah.
But it's like,
But then, like...
how do you know?
You
but
wouldn't
then,
know what's going on.
Well, you would, because I don't really care about who wrote it and
No, but
what
like...
it's called. Do I ever remember?
Yeah, that stuff, to be fair. But, like, when you're in the middle of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know, an action
In
scene
the
or
middle
something...
of the night, no?
And yes, it's Taylor Swift. I got you. Oh dear. But-
you listened to it this morning. He's got it in my head. Yeah. Any more
But yeah.
cues?
I was on a roll and I can't remember what I was saying.
I'm sorry.
Um.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, middle of action scenes. You want to know what's going on as opposed to listening to the soundtrack.
Action.
Are we planning on marriage?
Yes.
Hopefully one day.
Oh.
Well, as in like, yes.
Hopefully one day, and I said yes. That's a bit awkward.
No, it's not. As in, we're planning on getting married one
Yes.
day. We just don't know when
We
that
don't
is.
know
But you
when.
wouldn't be with someone for 5 years and then just be like,
Alrighty, they were only asking.
No, no,
You wouldn't be with someone for 5 years. Oh my gosh. Anyway,
I'm
no.
talking to you.
You're
there, you
sassy.
cheeky. How do you turn audio descriptions on for Netflix? If you go into the language settings on it, so where you'd find the English subtitles, French, all that
You're
stuff, it's
pro.
got audio description, and then it'll have that in surround and also in normal.
Yeah.
Favourite thing about each other?
Oh, I love this question.
That's it. What is my favourite?
I love your sense of humour. I love that you're so creative. you make me smile every day because you're just so helpful, and I don't know, you just genuinely don't care about my disability, or you just see me.
Aww.
Sorry, that's
Soppy
really
bugger.
soppy.
Well, the question did ask it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell. Like, loads. Like, your personality, just in general, like your sassiness, your sense of humor. Like, it's just going to be like exactly the same as what you said.
Well, it's because we're so similar, though, isn't it?
Yeah, your determination to get past pretty much anything.
Yeah, that's the same as you, though. Seriously. But, yeah.
My own eyesight is bad, and when I wear my contact lenses, I'm just shocked at how fucking ugly people are.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
I don't swear, Ollie, on my channel.
Sorry, I was just reading the comment.
Okay. This one like 3 times.
Have I? I've only been reading, like, comments. Netflix is accessible with voiceover. How do you know what photo looks like? And Ollie, you help Lucy out a lot with her blindness. In what ways does Lucy help me?
Emotional. Did you cry? Tell them about that.
Yeah, emotionally, like, you've been... Like, I didn't particularly open up at all.
Yeah, before.
So you've been really useful with that.
Oh, yeah.
Having someone to talk to about emotion. You've been pretty much an emotional... Like...
Emotional cushion.
Yes, an emotional cushion, as one would say.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah.
I love it.
How is living together?
I love it.
It's great.
It makes me feel so whole. It's really good, isn't it?
It is. It's fantastic to finally
be
together after 3 years. Well, 5.
Really.
Well, it's 3 years of me being at uni, coming back every 2 weeks, and sometimes 3 weeks, and then it was before that it was me coming over every week.
And it was so devastating when he left, because I'd just cry. I'd sit there and cry for 2 hours,
Yeah,
and
it wasn't
you'd
fun.
just see your parents and they'd take you, but then you'd be like,
yeah, or be on the train, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, I remember you put it actually really distinctively, as the years went on, it got worse and worse and worse, and especially when we were only 3 or 4 months from actually living together, on the train, I would just be in tears the whole way. I'd be crying, and I'd be on the phone, and Olga would be looking at him through the train, panning from left to right, watching him leave because he was standing in the same position on the platform.
Yeah.
And it was just the worst thing ever.
It wasn't fun. But we're with each other now.
Well, long distance is hard unless you, even just an hour away.
Yeah, I can't imagine
Unless
what
you really work at
the
it.
Americans on this because sometimes they go across the country, and then it's
Oh yeah, you mean if someone lives
full
in
on,
Texas and
yeah.
California, yeah.
Well, they're not. They're still pretty far, to be fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
what
just
I
a thing you
mean.
could go on every 2 weeks. It's
Yeah.
saving up. That's
Yeah, flights and stuff. Any more cues?
photos. How do you know what they look like?
I don't really. I actually did this really funny game today, which we always do actually.
Do we?
Yeah, whenever we
guess
watch.
what the person looks like.
Yeah.
With the, yeah.
It was so funny. Seriously. Everyone was like, are you sure you're blind? It was hilarious. I was cracking it because I was like, oh yeah, you're wearing a jumper. And they all just burst
Going
into
off the
laughter
stereotypes.
because all Alex did this week was wear a jumper. So yeah, yeah, Ollie always says to me, what do they look like? And I describe it and he's like, what? How
Yeah.
do you know that from someone's voice? But it's so weird, isn't it?
Yeah. You usually get really accurate. It's so strange. It's... Ooh. Can you give a little shout
Squirrel.
out to Mr. Ching-Wu Wang? He is fighting a hurricane in Florida currently.
Oh gosh. I mean, hopefully we said your username right, but honestly, I'm so sorry to all of the hurricane victims because it's just been horrendous, hasn't it all?
It's
Absolutely
ridiculous.
horrendous. We don't
Puerto
think we
Rico
don't
still
sit
has-
here and think about it.
3 weeks without power.
Really?
Yeah. For 85% of the country.
Gosh.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. So, thank you so much for bringing that to our attention. And we should really link some charities that are doing hurricane relief, shouldn't we? Can you link to the bottom of these?
I'll find them like once the
Yeah.
stream's over.
Think, guys, if you want, we're going to post them on my Twitter. It's at Lucy Edwards. Please, 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 if you want to, go over there. I will post some hurricane relief charity stuff, and yeah, donate if you can, or just share it. That would be great. What do you reckon?
That sounds good.
And any more cues? And then we'll go have our
probably.
stir fry, and then Fern is probably like, why are you live, Lucy, and not talking to me?
Yeah. You can label your
doesn't
photos
rang.
with voiceover on, I presume that's on Twitter. Yes.
Yeah,
we
definitely
do that.
we do that.
And how is living no, I've asked that one. I've seen that one. Is London expensive?
Yes.
It's expensive, but not as much as you thought. Like, I think.
Ollie, what is the rent for this place? We're just both glad that we are working. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But because we're vegan, our shopping bill's like only like 30 quid a week. So
Yeah.
that helps, but
It's not too bad.
yeah.
Oh, apparently that's not on Twitter, that photo labelling thing they're talking about. You can actually label them on your phone.
Yeah, on your phone, and it can be on Twitter.
Oh, that's well good.
They're like alternative text, isn't it? So you can do
Yeah.
Facebook, Twitter, because I'm doing it at work at the moment.
Can I ask you a question, Lucy? Will you email me? My email address is in the About page. It's that person. So they want to talk about something. So
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
You
defo.
can-
Email me. I'm really sorry because all these comments are going quickly. But email me this is open to all of you. Go on my Twitter. There's contact me, and then you just click on that link, and you can fill out a form. Email me. I'm likely to get back to you.
Yeah.
I do have, literally. I opened my emails and I had like
So many.
70 emails from the BBC.
Whoa.
Just because of all my colleagues like talking about story ideas, and then all of the threads that you're in, and as soon as people get to work, you're like boom, and your inbox is like full. But,
Yeah.
that's completely irrelevant. I'm sorry. I'll answer your emails. I'll try to. Anyway, I really hope that gave you an insight into me and Ollie, and sorry that it was kind of babbly at the start because I just had no brain cells, evidently.
Yeah. Well, it's been a long week.
It's been a long old week.
You had to get up at 6 today, didn't you?
Yeah. Oh, I am yawning. Sorry
Yeah.
for being rude. On that note, we're going to go. We love you guys so much, and we'll see you on Monday. Well, I will definitely see you on Monday for a
Yes.
new video. I really
And I
hope
might be
you...
around,
Oh,
depending
you'll
on the
be
video.
around. We'll be around.
I'll be behind the camera.
We'll be around and about. Yeah. Click on the guide dog video if you guys haven't seen it, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye.
Bye. And finish.